I'm joined by victim, Dr. Kruthika Reddy's own sister, Nikita Reddi, also a doctor. Ma'am, we got to know that you are the one who insisted for a postmortem when Dr. Mahendra Reddy told, and his family members told that they don't need a postmortem or a police case. So, what made you think that? Were you suspicious enough, or were something transpired between the couple? You had some suspicion, right?
Yeah. So what happens? I get a call at around 7:30. So 7:30 or 7:45 in the morning. So I'll be here in my residence. I get a call from my mom stating that my sister is unresponsive. Her body has become cold. She's not responsive. So that will become a great shock for us. And then we leave from here. It takes us 2 hours to reach the spot. By then, what would have happened is Mahendra and his family would be trying the level best to avoid postmortem. So they will be like trying to brainwash my parents as well, telling them, see, if you give a postmortem, they'll cut up your child. They're going to do that, this. So better not give a postmortem. Already she's not there. Why do you want to go through so much? Why do you want her to go through so much? So they would try to tell all that, manipulate them. And almost they would have convinced them like not to do the postmortem, and they wanted to take the body to their native and do the cremation there. But when you look at the facts, she's a 28-year-old, and as a sister and as a doctor, I know her medical background, and she didn't have any chronic illness. I know her medical history very well. She was not suffering from any illness as such. So in that situation, a person who sleeps at night and is unresponsive in the morning, it could not be natural, right? So I suspected something unnatural about it. Maybe back then I didn't suspect it could be a homicide, but then I definitely suspected something was wrong, abnormal. So in that case, we will have to go for a postmortem, because being a doctor and coming from an educated family, we have to go for a postmortem. So I insisted and made sure that it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
You, being the sister of the victim, Dr. Kruthika Reddy, has she kind of shared with you anything that happened within their marriage, or we also got to know that Mahendra Reddy had earlier criminal records as well. He had earlier cases as such with the HAL police, and about that, like what was transpiring between them as a couple?
The thing is, her conversations with me used to be only related to me and her. She used to never tell me what was transpiring between her husband and herself. So she kept that very confidential and private, which is natural, because that was something very personal to her, and whatever the conversation was, she used to never share it with me. Whatever was a relationship between us, we used to discuss only that part. But even when it comes to a medical, like he used to inject all these drugs for a simple case of gastritis and all that, I'm coming to know all this only after her death. So she's in fact never shared all those things with me. Yeah.
Okay. So we also got to know that the police are investigating onto an angle of an possible extramarital affair. So with all these things, and now the forensic reports coming stating that your sister's body's multiple organs had this anesthetic called Propofol. What made him do that? Like, what would be the reason the family thinks as of now? Like, what all would have transpired?
Okay. So one thing what we come to know is from multiple sources, from families and relatives, which we're coming to know after this incident is like he has an extramarital affair. That's what we are coming to know. And regarding his previous affair also, we didn't know all this before the marriage. So all this is coming to light now after the death and after the FSL report. So previously also there was an FIR against him, and he was also an accused in that. All these things we are getting to know now. So there could be the possibility that he had and he has an extramarital affair. So.
And that could be the reason for the.
Yeah, that could be the reason.
Do you think she would have gotten to know that, and he was trying to eliminate that? Is there talk like that?
I don't know whether she knew it or not, because if she knew about it, I think she would have at least shared it to my parents or me, because it's such a big thing. And the thing is, she had complete faith in him. She trusted him completely as a husband, and she was very devoted to him. That much I can say. So if she had found out about all this previously, then I think she would have shared it with us, which was not the case. So maybe she was also kept in blind about this, and his family also knew about all these things, and in spite of that, they came up with a marriage proposal, and they've hid these facts from us. one thing. And she was subjected to mental torture also from the in-laws and their family, stating that, she's supposed to be dressed up in a traditional way, and even if she dresses up in a modern wear, she's supposed to be with a bindi, she's supposed to wear a mangal sutra all the time, she's supposed to talk this way, she's supposed to walk this way. So it was like that. And his mother would have also stated somewhere during this course of the wedding events that, I have given my previous daughter-in-law has given me around 7 kilos of gold. All these conversations would have come up, but we were not suspecting anything back then, because yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So that was Dr. Nikita Reddi, sister of the murdered victim, Dr. Kruthika Reddi. But she would like to add some more points. What would be that?
Yeah. Main thing is, see, he had insisted on putting an IV cannula in the leg, which is not the usual site of giving an cannula. When she was not chronically ill, she didn't have anything. Second thing, he has kept the cannula for 3 days. In spite of she complaining for pain, swelling and all those things, immediately instead of removing that, and if at all he wanted to put it, he could have put it at any other site, which he didn't do. He wanted to put it only in that site. That is one thing. And previous day also she has complained, I'm having severe pain, nausea because of this IV cannula. So in spite of that, he has told, no, you cannot put it. In fact, myself and my father also have told, come, I will remove the IV cannula, you're suffering with so much of pain. So she has told, no. Mahendra has instructed me very clearly that I'm not supposed to remove the IV cannula. Maybe he used to get angry at her and scream at her if she denies his request. So she's made sure that she's kept, and she suffered that pain. And one more thing is, why would he insist on keeping an IV cannula for 3 days? For what purpose? He has told, I'll give a last dose. Last dose of what? And he's told, you will never have this pain again. So what is his intention? That we need to find out. And second thing is, he says he woke up at 7:30 in the morning and then he calls out to my parents. So the fact is, when a person is unresponsive next to you, won't you know the person is unresponsive when you wake up? He says, when I woke up, I directly went to the washroom, I got ready, then I came back, and then I found her unresponsive. My second question is, why didn't he perform an immediate CPR, or why didn't he check her pulse, being a doctor himself? Right? Those are the things which comes to mind. He immediately screams and he says, we have to take her to the hospital. So that is one thing which is very suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was Dr. Nikita Reddi, the sister of the murdered victim, Dr. Kruthika Reddi, talking to us detailedly about what all transpired at their house and during the time of this unfaithful death. With camera person Pawan Kumar, this is Billy Thomas for NewsX, Bengaluru.